Some people are like peaches, and some people are like coconuts. This is what our French tour guide in Paris told us when we asked him why the French population primarily maintains the stoic faces that we talk to them, in contrast to common American culture today. And I gave him the same look a lot of you are probably giving me right now, like peaches, coconuts, what? But hear me out. He said, some people are like peaches, soft on the outside and hard on the inside. And some people are like coconuts, hard on the outside and soft on the inside. We're used to the constant smiles in America here today, but don't stop to think if they're meaningful or not. So I began to wonder, does a lack of immediate smile or warm greeting automatically mean a lack of human emotion or connection? Or does it even correlate negatively with the quality of our relationships? We should not be too quick to judge people for who they are. And we should not also evaluate our quality of our life based on the differences between us. We are told not to judge a book by its cover. And while that may hold true, we still get our first impressions from the energy we get from people. This has to do with the human brain's reward system. The human brain's reward system is primarily regulated by dopamine, the major neurotransmitter in our brain involved in happiness, motivation, and pleasure. We get this happiness, motivation, and pleasure, this rush of dopamine, when we interact with people who look like they want to be with us. I want everybody to close their eyes and imagine the people you enjoy talking to every day. You feel your social battery go up every time with them. You're happy with them, and they look happy to be with you, too. We're not mind readers. We can't just tell how people feel about us. It is based on what we're shown. A simple, welcoming smile or a warm goodbye gives our brain the dopamine rush that we need. In fact, I conducted a short survey of Labour High School students with equal male and female participants and asked them the following 3 questions. Number 1, does a smile affect the way you interact with a person? Number 2, do you find yourself evaluating someone's mood and or attitude towards you by their facial expressions? And lastly, number 3, has someone ever looked and or seemed rude to you but proved you otherwise when you actually interacted with them? 94.4% of participants said that a smile does affect the way they interact with a person. 100% of participants said that they find themselves evaluating someone's mood and or attitude toward them by their facial expressions. And 100% of participants said that they've never regretted conversing with someone whose external appearance made a stark contrast as to what's within. Putting all of this together, we can see that while the majority of people agree that external appearance greatly affects your interactions, they've never regretted conversing with someone who may have looked mean or rude, but actually was not. Humans are too quick to judge people, but we forget that we are social creatures. We thrive off of relationships and interactions. We must be versatile with those interactions and inclusive with who we choose to talk to. Now, as much as we hate to admit this, we put on a mask, light or heavy in public, in order to protect ourselves. This is where the inside of the fruit, whether you are soft like a peach or hard like a coconut, comes into play. For me personally, I would say I'm a peach. I don't really like to let other people into my negative emotions. So you portray this always happy, always smiling person on the outside, even though I might not always feel the same way on the inside. We are accustomed to such a utopian perception of reality that we feel compelled to portray perfection on the outside. But on the inside, we either become so numb, like a coconut or a peach, and we've lost the ability to express ourselves. In our fast-paced world today, where we are so quick to judge, we need to learn that we're all living life and learning as we go. Now, we've all heard the saying that if you and your best friend never hated each other in the first place, guys aren't really best friends. And this holds true for me and my best friend as well. She hated me and I pretended she didn't exist. This was in the 4th grade. And one miraculous day in 5th grade, I guess we decided to take a chance at each other. And even though we've never looked like we wanted to talk to each other, quite the opposite actually, we did. Look at us now. We're here still the best of friends 6 years later. In our world today, where being rude to each other or standoffish to each other and quick judgments are often the norm, let us remember the lessons from the streets of Paris. Everyone is different, and we must embrace the diversity within us in order to foster deeper, more meaningful connections for the rest of our lives. Thank you.